Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're on the AT4X. We're going to install GMC mud flaps. These are the molded mud flaps that fit right into place. They say they don't fit, and they actually don't fit if you don't modify them. So what you need to do is, if you see, what is that part right here? This is the part I removed off the other side. If you see, there's a cut here and a between here. So basically, this is the other side. So you put it over this one, and you see what I have to remove. I have to remove this corner here because there's actually on the AT4X inside, there's an extra plastic layer that makes the sides tougher than just the AT4. Did not know that, found that out the hard way. So they told me I couldn't put these on, but you can. So I'm going to show you what you got to modify to put the rear. And then I'll explain the front afterwards. And you'll see if you got just an AT4, you're okay and no worries. If you have an AT4X, so I'll explain to you. So let's get started. So basically you'll need a T15. And they recommend that you remove the tire. But if you have one of these with a 15 bit, and you can just squeeze in there because it's tight as hell, but it fits, and unscrew them. There's one, there's three of these, there's two in the front, and then there's one underneath, and then got those two out of the way. Now we got to go with the one underneath. Actually, there's two underneath, sorry. One here. And one here. All right, and then there's a snap, plastic. You might break it. They give you brand new ones to put in the kit. So there we go. This is what I'm talking about. They give you two new ones of these, so you don't have to worry about them. So I broke the one on the other side, so they don't always break, but sometimes they do. So clean your surface there. If you got mud or whatever in the way. All right. And then you got these little clips here. They give you brand new ones, but if your vehicle's new and they're not rusted, just keep those on and keep the other ones for spare. So, all right. So now to the fun part, that this part here where it's cut, as you can see, it fits in the front and fits in the lip here, but there's no corner because us it's full in the corners. They're full in the back. They're full compared to the AT4, just a regular AT4. This is all open here and everything. So yeah, so we'll move on to trimming that piece. As you can see, it's a full piece. It's not trimmed, so I got to trim it. All right, so basically I trimmed this section off the back, and this section off the corner. Make sure you don't go too low with your cut. You just want to leave a lip edge, because there's always a lip edge that shows in the crack in the bottom. So you want to leave like about this thick around. See, maybe here I went a little bit too low, but shouldn't show. But just for a heads up. And then the next thing, you're going to need to drill a hole underneath. And doesn't matter what kind of drill you're going to use. Don't do like me the first time. We're going to do this part here, and then we're going to skip to the other part that you have to connect onto this. So basically, tape up if you don't want to scratch, because it is plastic. And if you use the end of a drill bit, it's going to scuff. So just to protect it, just use masking tape and one layer. Put 2 layers just to be safe. If you got duct tape, use duct tape. You got whatever. Just for when you're going to be drilling that hole underneath. Alright, so that's just a tip. Do it if you want, but I'll prevent you from scratching the rear of your mud flap, which is what shows. So now it's this little piece here next. And basically this screws into place where the other one was, to give you your gap from the back to square it off to have this even flat mud flap. So what you got to do is these little clips here is basically you slide these in and lock them into place. Gonna be stubborn. Like so. And this one here, don't put it right away on there, because you're going to need to drill a hole and then put this in the back, so this actually fits in the hole. So you're going to be drilling a hole this size. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to mount this one, these 2 screws, to drill this hole, and then pull it all off, and then slide this one back into place, and then screw it all back together. So I'll show you this in an instant. So basically you're putting this into place here, like so. There's some light if you want to see. So you're putting this into this. If you got old these, they got new ones, so you can swap these out and that. So grab your T15 and you can probably just screw in one. Don't have to screw in both, but it's to get you dead square to where you need to be. So just put these 2 back in here. All right, and then grab this. And then tighten them back up. They don't need to be tight. All right, so like I was explaining to you, we need to drill right here. So if you got the tire off, you'll be able to put a drill in there, no problem. If not, if you got some side drill, it's actually pretty tight. All right, so basically I grabbed a bit like this, and then it's tight, so I didn't remove the tire. So basically what I did was just hold it like so. It's just basically for the head to pass through, so you need a hole. So what I'll do now, so I don't damage the plastic too much, and I marked it, I'll remove back the plate. So I should have put it. Make sure you put them nice and tight, it's flush and pushing against, so it doesn't move while you're trying to make drilling holes. Come on. There we go. So, where's my hole? Right here. It should be good. Now we do it. Now we snap this piece into place. Now you grab this. So basically this hole here was just to be able to get this to countersink. So that's all you're basically doing. Alright, so, and yeah, how can you countersink when you put it in the wrong side? So you gotta put it that it's facing jeez. Why won't you snap right into place? There we go. So now you got them both installed. Yeah. All right, guys, so you make your hole through this, and then you re-drill it, and then you line up everything. All right. I'm gonna throw the T15s back in. Okay, so you put your two T15s. Okay, now you go underneath and you'll have two more. I just put those in loose so I can line them all up and then okay, don't put that one too tight right away. Alright. Now we'll tighten the front ones up. Alright, so the next step is to snap this little plastic in place. If you haven't broken it, you could literally take it off the other one, but why keep a spare? This is a brand new one. So that's going to snap into the hole in place. And once you get that done, we'll screw in the two front screws. And then all we need to do is drill a hole underneath in the quarter panel and then screw in the last screw in there, and then we're done. Just line up your hole. Okay. So get your two T15s in on this side. Just make sure you line them up, and then they might be hard to screw in or not, but you don't want a lip hanging off the edge because that's just going to pick up debris. So you want to line it up. Alright, I'm going to tighten this one. Alright, so now we're done with the installation. Now we just got to drill the hole in the bottom. This hole here in the metal. It's thin, it's right on the side. Then I'm going to add some silicone or some grease on the other side after. That's good enough. Now we'll throw a screw in there. There we go. Now we can remove this tape. And we're done. So this is basically the finished look. In the back, it can't affect the tires even if they go up or down. And then that's it. And this is what the other side looks like. And this is what I want to explain to you guys about the front. I've removed the front. On an AT4, it's not going to be a problem. So you basically remove this screw, there's one 10mm in the bottom underneath that you got to remove. And then the other one just snaps into place. While this one here, with you can't, because it doesn't have the bent shape of the fender for high clearance. I'll show you. So if you got a regular AT4, this is the front for AT4X, and as you can see, it's got a major curve in it. So for the wheels to clear, oh no, not too much light in here, eh? But anyways, so in order for the wheel to clear, there's a big curve, and I'm gonna put that back on because I won't be installing the front ones because I thought I would be. But the front ones, they're straight, just like this, dead straight. So either I started trimming because the corners don't fit. So I started trimming the corners, and I have to trim a little bit the lip and the corner here on top. And I'd have to take a heat gun and bend the curve inside the mud flap itself. And for some odd reason, it's supposed to be 2 holes. I guess in the AT4 there's 2 holes. I only got the one, and it doesn't even line up. It's my holes right here beside it. And then There's the bolt underneath. I got nothing to bolt underneath again. And here you got to drill a hole in this little lip here and then screw it underneath. But my hole doesn't line up with that. So yeah, so catch you on the next one. Appreciate you guys for watching, and bye for now. Be safe out there on the road.